Hey guys, Highwayman here, back once again with another guide. Today, Pyramid Plunder. It is the mini game where you steal shit from urns and try to avoid snakes, but it's good thieving XP. So to get there, you want to teleport to Duel Arena and run to this fucking shanty guard. Buy a pass, go through, and travel on some rugs to get there. So just talk to this fella, he'll say which way you want to go, click that one, that's the one. Um, I'd recommend doing two quests. The first one is, oh man, I don't even know, Ichlarin's Little Helper. That's not too bad. It's all right. That's to get to the city of where the minigame is, and I would recommend doing Contact exclamation mark as well, because that gives you access to the bank, and without the bank, it just makes your life so much harder. So just do the goddamn quest and get access to the bank. Once you've arrived, after your long and hardy travels, go to the bank, grab a super ante and some food. I'm just using tuna because tuna is nice and light. So pretty much you've got to find the entry to this fucking place first. And whoever invented it, I don't know what they were doing, but each time the entry changes, you might get lucky and it's the same entry, but you've got to try and work out which side it is. So just hope and guess for the best, I guess. Just keep going. Once you're there, talk to this mummy, tell him you know what you're doing, and just get on with it. So the aim of the game is pretty simple actually. All you need to do is try and get to the next level, and loot stuff if you want to. So you start off by passing the spear traps, and depending on what level of thieving you have, the aim is to try and complete the last two levels that you can do. So if you're level 71, you can do 61 and 71. So for the first few levels, it's really basic. Just pass the spear trap and find the exit. Sometimes you'll get lucky and the exit is the first door. Other times you won't and you'll have to do all four doors. Now, the urns are the things that contain the snakes. You want to search those once you get to your second highest level. There's no point doing them in these early levels because the XP rate's pretty piss poor. So I'd recommend just leaving it to the last two levels to really loot those urns. Okay, so my thieving level's 87, 86, I don't even know, man. But it's higher than 81, so the last two levels that I can do are level 71 and 81. So once you've reached your last two levels, it's pretty simple. Just search the urns, every single urn. Obviously it depends on the time that you have left remaining, so the rule that I try and follow is, once you get to halfway of time, which is 2.5 minutes, move on to the next room, because the last room that you attempt, man, every fucking snake just wants to jump out and bite you. It's ridiculous. So this room, it's fairly simple. You know, search, here's some loot. Search, here's some loot. But as soon as you get to the next room, there's just fucking snakes everywhere. It's ridiculous. The items that you loot themselves are worth pretty much nothing. The gold ones are worth a little bit more than the silver ones, obviously. But the only ones that are worth taking to some fucking guy that gives you cash is those dog ones, like that silver one. I think it's a dog. But the gold ones are worth, I think, 2k. Still, they're not worth that much, but you know, it pays for your anti-poisons and your tuna. So here, my time's about half, so I've decided, you know, I've done most of the urns, I'm going to try and leave. Eventually, anyway. Once you get onto the final level, you want to loot as much as you can. So pass the spear traps and just loot, 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 loot. Don't bother searching for snakes because it reduces your XP. So just search, 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 search. So the first few times I think I get it pretty easily, but the snakes just fucking come out of everywhere. So yeah, just breezing through this quickly. It's just the same thing. You just search, search, search. But the XP in your last two levels are generally pretty good. So from level 81 onwards, I think it was 240k XP per hour, and 91 onwards it was something 320k plus, I think, which is just ridiculous for thieving because I managed to get 83 thieving off pickpocketing only, doing nights and shit like that. So once you get to the end, you just want to finish up. So you get search the last few urns, and again, the statues, the things that you find aren't worth that much, but I tend to keep them and just save them up in my bank. And if I happen to pass the archaeologist that gives you cash for your gold, go to him. So when you're almost done, search the gold chest because sometimes there's good shit in there, like that one. And if you have time, try and push this off. But sometimes a big mummy comes out and starts trying to butt rape you. But unfortunately my time runs up, so you won't be able to witness that today. So yeah, Pyramid Plunder. easy as pie, unless you're trying to cook it. That might be a problem. But thanks for watching. Not as good as my crafting guide, but stay tuned because more guides will be coming. Thanks, guys.